sessions. Huh?
Oh, I'm giving you co-host tendencies right now.
Thank you. So that I
Co-host
can share, allow all these people in.
Yeah.
Admit. Uh, wow, all these studious people here. But, well, you guys don't have makeup on? What's no video? So get used to it, right? We're all people personally. We're all selling real estate. Get used to showing up your face everywhere. Um, and I don't care what you think, you look like the way you do. So delete all the different things you may have in your head. Now with the Zoom call, I think the most important thing is having your background somewhat presentable. Um, virtual backgrounds. Although lately, even with the pandemic, I don't think I have met a client via Zoom yet. So, so let's see. Hi, Yolanda, Richard, Nico in the house, Matt, Lynette, Jim. I haven't seen you in a while. Hope everything is well. Debbie, oh, Debbie, Cecilia, Anna, Amireza, and Esther. Esther, welcome to the exciting world of real estate. Actually, for every one of you, welcome to the exciting world of real estate. Uh, just to make sure you're all in the right place, Ignite 2.0 Spark session number 2, right? Do you all have the toolkit? Yep. Okay. Let's see. Well, before I get started, hey Nicole, you want to say hello and a quick word of advice? Anything new from the title world?
Hi, good morning. Only thing new from the title world is, just lean, and it's nothing new. I just want to let you know this year, this time of year, we're leaning in further. We're just igniting our clients even more. So where you think that we might be checking out, and I'm not just talking about myself, I'm talking about everyone in title. We're really very present. I see all of my, my colleagues here really trying to come up with great ideas. So if you're feeling a little lost in the wash, but you're still wanting to work this throughout the rest of this year, reach out to one of us. We've got a lot going for you. We've got a lot of tools and support for this time of year. We're paying attention to what just happened. We're paying attention to what's about to happen. We have scripts for you that are not Keller Williams that you can add to your Keller Williams. And it's all timely information. We're mimicking the realtor to know what is of value to you. So stay lit. And if you need more ignition, reach out to your title rep, whoever they may be. That's
awesome.
It. Mm-hmm. It's
Thank
still
you.
active, very active, guys.
Cool. All right, let me see, how can I share this? Share screen. And begin. No, that didn't work. New share. Well, now you see the PowerPoint?
Yes.
Okay, cool. But now, where's my video panels? Oh, here we go. All right, so I think I need to introduce myself a little bit. few of you know me. I'm an agent here at Keller Williams, South Bay. I've been selling real estate now for a little over 7 years. In June, I have to renew my license for the second time. Um, it's been fun. It's been painful. It's been rewarding. It's been exciting. A lot of learning. I started here at KW in the same office, taking Ignite. I got my license here in this office as well. I took Ignite, this training course, and also the Bold training course several times. And I think every time you take the same class, you learn something different because you are in a different place in life and you're open to different things that you're more aware of or sensitive to. So I always encourage people to, even if it's the same class that you've already taken, if you have the opportunity, take it again because you're going to learn something new. I enjoy teaching because as I teach, I prepare and I get better in the craft of um, knowledge of everything that has to do with real estate. Because you can't possibly tell your clients, I am passionate about real estate, but that is not what you eat, breathe, and live truly. Um, I hear a lot of people, I'm passionate about real estate because I love visiting new, now nice properties and houses by the beach. No, that's no. It's a little more than that to be passionate about something. You know, when I hear somebody say I'm passionate, I want to see this desire to become good at it. So I want to push you all to become good at all of this. Today, um, we're gonna go over the lead generation. You heard the term lead generation all the time. What does that mean? So, what a successful agent do every day? Grow business and run the business. Um, so you have lead generate for buyers and sellers. Pretty much, you want to talk to as many people as possible and uncover who the buyers and sellers are around you. Um, like yesterday, I was showing a property, and my buyer says, "Yeah, I think some prices are gonna drop." And I said, "Really? What makes you say that?" It's like I know three people already that recently bought homes because their interest rates were low, and I don't know what they're thinking. They were all over $1 million house, and now they may have like the help from the government, PPP, whatever, right? Once that's done, I don't think they can afford the payment. When that happens, they're gonna, you know, sell it or let the bank have it. And the first thing I said, well, who are these three people? Because, I mean, it sucks that people have to sell houses. You know, they're forced to. Your job should be always don't feel like an ambulance chaser. However, I want you to encourage to be on the lookout for people that are divorcing, downsizing, hip surgery, that live in a three-story house, for example. Um, job losses, relocation. That's the kind of stuff that is going to cause people to buy and sell real estate. Fair, right? We got to be on the lookout. And so every time, um, let's say Christmas, okay, we're not supposed to gather, right? But I know you're all going to gather with the family and friends. And when you do, you got to keep your eyes and ears open for people saying things like, oh man, this pandemic is ruining my business. Da, da, da. I mean, stay in close contact with these people. They might need your help. Um, hey, where's your wife? How's she doing? Oh no, we split up. It's like, oh, you did. Maybe they'll get a divorce soon. I don't know. And not that you're hoping for a divorce, but It's for the better. Let's see. Yeah, chat box. Yep, it's not a bad thing at all. Um, any of you have any comments on any of that? No?
No, just what I said is it's you're really helping. You're being community. I know sometimes we feel like we don't want to approach it because we don't want to hurt someone's feelings
Right.
or do too much, but you're really doing them a disservice by not saying something. If you know there's something you can do to help them, and there may be a sense of urgency that they're not really feeling or able to grasp yet, but you see it there. It's just, try and get in your right frame of mind to come from a place of service and or love, just depending on who it is, and they'll listen to you. They'll hear you out. They may not hear you that time, but they'll sit with it and probably thank you for it later.
No, totally. And here's an example. I have a friend on Facebook, and I know him really well. We used to go camping all the time. We used to hang out together all the time. Um, he moved to a different area. And then we stopped camping. Kids grew up. Yeah. So a few years go by, I reconnect with him on Facebook, and I see on Facebook he's posting like toxic drama stuff about his soon-to-be ex-wife. And I'm like, okay, it looks like they're gonna divorce. So I go to my friends list, I find him, and I turn on notification. So anything he posts, I need to be notified. Sure enough, he posts something and he takes a selfie, giving the middle finger in front of the courthouse, and he says, "Take that, half," because I think she wanted everything. So the divorce is final, and they settled and everything to be split in half. So I messaged him, "Hey man, divorced, eh? Sorry to hear that, but I hope it's for the best." He's like, "Yeah, dude, I'm now like, oh, I can move on. I'm so happy." I'm like, "Oh, so what do you have to do? Like split everything in half? Like, are you buying her out of the house? What's the deal?" He's like, "Oh no, we got to sell the house and split the proceeds because neither of us have the money to buy each other out." I'm like, "Okay, well, let's sit down and talk about it. I'll help you." He's like, "Okay." Now, I don't know. So here's the thing. He knew me from a long time. Maybe he didn't know that I sold real estate. But my job in this term of lead generation, it was through Facebook, and I uncovered a potential listing and I actually asked for it. But in that manner, I think in a friendly way. I don't think I was invading his privacy. "Hey, are you divorced yet?" See, it wasn't like that. I just happened to see the post. So I suggest through social media, I know you have hundreds and thousands and tons of friends. Categorize them, and we'll talk about this more when we cover the topic of database. Uh, Everybody on your list in your phone or list of friends on Facebook, they are not all equal. Some are more valuable than others. I need you to be very clear in categorizing who they are. Okay. So lead generate for buyers and sellers, uncover them, make seller listing presentations and get listings. And so you got to go on appointments of people that are motivated to sell. You have to be able to do this seller listing presentation. And all it is really is a conversation and consultation, showing your value. And I think the best way you show value is asking really good questions. Same thing with buyers, make buyer presentation and get the buyer contract signed, and preview real estate. So previewing real estate right now, showings are really difficult. I suggest, I don't like using non-KW apps, but I rely heavily on redfin.com or Redfin app. And the reason is I don't use Zillow. Zillow is outdated. It's not updated on the dot. Redfin is the most accurate version of MLS. Create an account, favorite properties, and you get notified right away whenever they go pending price change. So if you do that regularly, you are kind of previewing real estate. You kind of get a sense for what is going for what, who is the listing agent, all of that stuff. And that is our job. Um, so lead gen for okay, lead generation model. So here's how it works. Understanding the lead generation model provides a larger vision of interconnected tasks and habits and how they help fund your big why. Let's look at this drawing here. Prospecting and marketing. You find these people, even if they want to sell or not sell real estate, if you know that they own homes or if you know that they have jobs and money, they are possible buyers and they're possible sellers. You got to capture them all. You keep track of them. You connect with them. Once you connect and you earn their trust, anytime they need something in real estate, you're more likely to get that phone call. If you don't earn the trust, you're just some agent. For them, you're a nobody. So that's our job. Prospect, through prospecting and marketing, capture people's information in leads. And through contact, we connect and then we cultivate. And whenever they're ready for something serious, boom, appointment. Does it make sense?
Oh, yeah.
So in the database here, for example, this is where a lot of the magic happens. In your database, I need you to categorize A, B, and C. The A's, consider the A's to be the ones that really, they're raving fans of you. They love you, they trust you, they respect you, and they'll do anything for you. So I hope you guys have a few A's on your list. You have B's. These are people that they know you, but you're not quite sure they will do anything and everything for you. And then you have the C, which is like the casual acquaintance or like total stranger. And my job in my head, for example, my job is to turn the B's into A's. The A's that are not performing, I'm going to move them down to B, or I'll work on that failing A person and turn them into a real solid A by, I don't know, constant touch, providing value to their lives, being a real good support and to their business, because it's a two-way street. It's always a two-way street. And so networking events, for example, I mean, we used to have a lot of networking events. My goal for every networking event was to connect with 2 new people, add them to my database, primarily their Instagram or Facebook, and then let my social media interaction with them organically build a relationship. I know it's time consuming, but that's how I did it. It's just an example. Okay, if you don't want to use social media, there are many other different ways of doing it. Phone calls, like casual coffee meetings, going out to dinner together, stuff like that. You guys have dogs, go to the dog park, meet some people there. So yeah, database. One-way and offer-based touch program. And then the contacts are interactive and value-based touch programs. Yeah, pretty much what I said. So let's talk about prospecting versus marketing. Marketing is going to cost you money. It's passive because you send out the marketing and all you do is sit and wait in a passive form. It will produce long-term results. And typically farming is a way of marketing. Now, prospecting, on the other hand, is time intensive, proactive, and typically leads to immediate results because you're not waiting for it. You're going looking for a buyer. So I like open house, for example, not that we have open houses going on today, but I'm sure you guys are familiar with how open house works. It's a property for sale. You put signs everywhere. Total strangers walk in. They look at the house. You strike a conversation, get their contact info, stay in touch. You're prospecting. You're proactively contacting them. Hey, there's this other listing. You want to go check it out? Hey, did you get your pre-approval? Oh, do you have to sell before you buy? Where's your house? Can I come by and look at your property? Because oftentimes you want to do a few little updates to the home before putting on the market so you can get more money. Things just as simple as cleaning up a little paint. So that's the kind of stuff that we typically do as part of prospecting. Database. We are equipped with this thing called the command. Uh, I have an admin, and so my assistant does everything for me. So I don't really do anything on command. My transaction coordinator and my listing coordinator, they all do that for me. I'm part of a team. So I suggest you familiarize yourself with how the system works. Um, and don't give me this like, oh, I'm not a tech savvy person. No, this is a new job description that you have. You have to be tech savvy or understand enough to use all of this. And it's okay if you don't, you just won't profit from it. So your database is somewhere you centrally stores information, is updated regularly, can be organized to meet specific needs. Lead generation feeds your database. So you meet new people, put them in your database. Your database is a system that is going to automate a lot of things. Email touch campaign, reminders for calls, things like that. So far, so good? Makes sense, right? Leads. What are leads? You have valid contact information and can have a one-way conversation where you are seeking permission. Okay. Contacts. You have a valid contact and have received permission to have a two-way conversation. Okay. Contacts. All I know is every time I see people and I see people's name and phone number and email address, all I see is $sign. I don't know when they're going to turn into dollars, but they will if I have done my job. Actually, to the point that, you know how when I first started my first year, I held open houses every weekend, Saturday and Sunday, including Mother's Day weekend, Super Bowl Sunday, Thanksgiving weekend, Christmas weekend, New Year's weekend. I didn't care. I held open house. I met a lot of people. Some open houses, there were 0 visitors. All I knew is if among all the visitors through these open houses, if I could connect solidly with one guest per weekend, that gives me 52 solid leads. And if I do my job and stay in touch with them on a regular basis, provide value, and become their realtor of choice, eventually when they do anything in real estate, I will get the call. If I have 52 people in a year like that, I think over years, over time, I think it's safe to say that I would have at least 50 deals a year. Okay. Now, when all of them, that's if all of them do something on the same year, right? But let's say we have another year, I have another 52 people. Okay, just think long term. When you have that, your pipeline starts growing, and it's pretty badass. Like I have one buyer right now. I sent an offer this morning. I don't know if it's gonna get accepted. At least I know we'll get a counter offer. I met this person like 3 years ago. a little over 3 years ago. And just now they're writing an offer. See, you never know. It's a matter of staying in touch with them. So these are the touches, typical touches that, and the systems. When you have a lead, let's say you just meet someone at an open house, 4 touches, quarterly phone call, 12 touches, monthly email, newsletter, market report, video messages via email, 2 other touches with promotional direct mail, such as magnet, calendar, market report, and then 1 annual touch, like events, movie screening, get together, customer appreciation day. Um, you know, a typical one is like whenever you have a nice listing as the grand opening open house of that listing. I know agents that cater like a taco truck or like food, ice cream, or something like that, and they invite all these people from the neighborhood. Come, get some tacos and check out my new listing. Now, when you consider a lead a contact, now we are getting the more touches. Same for telephone calls a year, 26 touches. It's a suggested bi-weekly email offering, 2 touches, 2 events, and then 4 promotional mailers, magnet, calendar, neighborhood, newsletters, college football schedule, whatever, recipes. Now with the pandemic, everyone is becoming a chef. Who here has cooked more than ever at home? I think we all kind of, right? Or are you really just collecting styrofoam boxes and eating to go crap? Come on. Um, so I think recipe is pretty good.
I have a question.
Yes.
My question is, I'm going through my phone with the contacts that I have and putting them inside the command database. A lot of the people, they're my friends. I know them. So as I'm putting them in there, there's a category for lead or contact. Are they actually contacts?
Yeah.
They're contacts. Okay.
Yeah. Because you know them, they know you. It's okay
Okay.
for you to call them. Like you're gonna be like, let's say, let's look at this list for example. Um, Adam. Adam is a friend of mine, so I call him. Hey, Adam, how are you handling the pandemic? Are there any restaurants open in your area? Let's say he lives in Santa Monica. I live down here. Yeah, here in the Riviera, everything is closed again. Man, that sucks. Hey, just wanted to say hi. And he's going to likely, yeah, how are things with you, man? It's like, are you selling houses? Like, yeah, I mean, I feel bad saying this. A lot of people are suffering, but real estate is on fire. People are buying and selling like crazy. Maybe the interest rates are low enough, and people, uh, 2 of my last listings, they were people selling out of California, moving out of state. They were just fed up with California. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm busy, but hey, I don't know. Hey, you know my number. You have my number. Anytime you know someone that is fed up with Newsom or like whatever, they want to move out of here, call me. That's the kind of contact you're able to do with friends, and it's a simple conversation. And typically when we push agents to, hey, contacts, make your contacts, it feels like, oh, I'm gonna call these people again and bug them and ask for business. No, you're just saying hello. And plus, I want you to believe that you are the best possible realtor for these friends. You'd lose sleep if they hired someone that was not you. It's like that's how you should feel, that you're providing value because you care. Other realtors, they're professionals. They're for hire. They're doing it for money. They don't really care. I'm the one that really care about my clients. So So contacts. So manage your database. Um, add contacts to your database. Yeah, activity, right? Tech demo. Custom tags. Yeah, tag them. Tag them however you like. Whatever fit, you know. There are many different ways. It's up to you. I tag mine with categories like this. Yeah, builders. I don't categorize luxury or, nothing like that. Um, I have loan officers, I have escrow people, I have title friends, I have home warranty people, I have contractors, I have home inspectors, termite. It's a long list of category. And then for the clients, I have buyer, seller, buyer, seller, because some people buy it, but they have to sell as well. Some are investors, some are landlords. If I know they own Airbnb, I'm gonna put them in the landlord category. And so you gotta have these people categorized in that sense because, like, I have a listing right now in Hawthorne. It's a fake duplex that you could legalize it if you get permit. There's a tenant in the front house, and it's owner occupied in the back, and he wants to sell and move out of the state. I contact all my landlord clients. Hey, do you want another one? Do you want another one? I have one coming in Hawthorne. And here, I just get straight to the point. Here's my script. Hey, Matt, how's it going? This is Ho. Hey, I know you own already a lot of different rental properties throughout LA County. I just came across this new listing that I'm gonna put on the market as soon as we clean up. It's in Hawthorne. It's a duplex. The front unit is collecting $2,500. I think it's 2,500. The tenants are trying to move out, find a place. I mean, are you interested in adding another one to your portfolio? It's like, yeah, right now it's not really good time. My mind is tied up somewhere that are out there. I said, okay, cool. I just thought I'd check with you. You are my A-lister because I gotta let them know my, of the opportunities. But hey, Matt, do me a favor. If you can think of anyone else that could be interested in this, would you please call me? It is a sales call, but you don't have to make it sound like a sales call. I'm making it sound like I called you because I cared about you. I thought you'd like to have one more because you already own two. And I know you're smart and you want to grow your, investment portfolio. So why not? So in that sense, I don't feel like I'm calling people to bug them. And why am I bugging? I'm not bugging them. So this is how you stay in touch with people. So these tags are important because you can use these tags to quickly pull a list of people that you want to talk to. Customized database, custom tags, yep. Smart views. Let's see, what is this smart view? I think it's a one-shot look at what you've done. Also filters, company, birthdays. Gosh, some people might, I have people think I am a FBI agent because I know everybody's phone number, everybody's birthday. You know what? I even know the plot of the where their parents are buried for some people. Either Rose Hill or Green Hills, Green whatever. Um, because as I search, I run into obituary and this and that, and sometimes it shows. So I just save it. Uh, oh, you going to show a lot of properties to clients. As you show properties, you're gonna see MLS instructions. For gated communities, they typically, if the MLS doesn't show, but you're gonna, for showing purposes, the listing agent is going to tell you the gate code for these gated communities. Save them. Save them on a big list. Here we go. Gate codes. I have a long list of gate codes. Now, how current they are, I don't know. I don't care. All I know is that I have a bunch of them. They still work. And especially when I'm touring the town with new buyers, I just show them a property, but then the next door complex or community is also something that I like. So let's say I show Chatelaine gated community. Right after that, I say, hey, Debbie, have you seen the houses inside Summer Wind? She's like, no, that's a nice one too. I was like, yes, actually, that's my favorite. Uh, their HOA is really well maintained, well put together. Let's go check it out. So I pull up to the gate, I look at my list, and I open the gate with the gate code. Actually, for Summer Wind, I actually have the clicker for the gate. So I open and I go in, and they're like, do you live here? Like, no, I don't live here, but I open doors. That's why you hired me. And you just go and you look like a badass. That's why you want to have these tools, because you don't want to look like an agent that is lost or clueless. You have to instill confidence in these people. So what else? Interaction. So here you're going to keep track of all the interactions, how often you spoke to them, how when did you invite them. I do this. I actually do this using my Google Calendar, my Gmail calendar, and I put keywords, um, and I keep track that way. Sales pipeline. Okay, so now, so here's a little tricky thing where I think is different for everyone. When do you consider someone to be put into the sales pipeline? I'm a very optimistic person. So a lot of people are in my pipeline and they're not doing anything in the next year or two. And by the way, I don't believe a lot of people actually have a deadline. Once you sense that they have a desire to move, if you ask them by when, a lot of people, unless it's a job relocation or related to kids' school where there's a hard deadline, yeah, when the market softens up a little, or like, yeah, we're not in a hurry. Don't you agree that that's a typical answer? I'm not in a hurry. Okay. They're not in a hurry because you haven't presented the opportunity yet. So I like keeping these people in my pipeline as all hot, because my job is to show them the opportunity. Okay, it's just an example. And I think this is, and the reason I like sharing example is I think this is not a rare example. I think you're gonna run into this with people surrounding you. I want you to be aware and pay attention to everything they say. Michael bought a townhouse, a 2-bedroom townhouse in Summerwind. It's a gated community along Plaza del Amo in Torrance, near Wilson Park. He got married. He bought it when he was single. He paid a little over 200,000. So it was a while back. He got married, had 2 boys. The boys are now growing up and growing up. And he sends me all the Christmas cards all the time, every year with the family photo. And I see the kids are now older, and I see on social media, the kids are playing golf and they're playing tennis and they're doing all kinds of stuff. And I went to college with the wife, Emily. Michael and Emily, and Michael is a brother of my old business partner. So we're close. We don't hang out all the time, but I know them and they know me. And I think it was one day we were just casually out to dinner, and I pitched the idea. Hey, Michael, are you running out of room yet? I mean, your kids are like, as the moment I said to Emily, the wife says, oh my God, there's no room for anything. The garage is packed. It's just a 2-bedroom townhouse. Oh, and I said, Michael, do you want me to find you a bigger place? He's like, wow, Ho, I thought about it, but anything that kind of is roomy enough for me in Torrance. We're looking at million two, million three. And he's like, I'm not paying $1 million in Torrance. Torrance is a freaking regular town. This is not even fancy, gourmet city. So, okay, got it. How about this one? It's like, exactly. That's a beautiful house. I'm not paying 1.3 million, right? So because I know them well, I know Emily's sister Kathy lives in Yorba Linda. Michael golfs at Black Gold Golf Course, which is in Yorba Linda, regularly. Every time he goes there golf, the kids go with Emily to the sister's house, and the cousins hang out all day. So Michael is free to golf all day, hang out with his friends, and then come over for dinner. After dinner, they'll go back home to Torrance. Michael's work, he has two offices. He's an eye doctor. So he has two optometry shops inside different Walmarts or Kmarts along 91 freeway. So it doesn't matter if he lives in North Linda or Torrance, as long as you're near the 91 freeway, right? Now, because I know this, I'm like, what if I found him a place in Yorba Linda? So I look at the houses, the listings around the golf course. And there was this one at 860,000, I think, which is nicer than a $1.3 million house in Torrance. I send an email, hey, Michael, there's this listing in Yorba Linda. Oh, what do you think? He's like, oh, dude, that's it? It's only it? I want to see it. I show them the property. He falls in love and he's like, okay, write an offer. So I sell him that house. He sells his townhouse. Within 30 days, everything happens. Boom, done. The initial conversation was, yeah, I'm not in a hurry. I'm not paying $1 million. So I could just wait and see what happens. But what you got to do is, if you know your clients well, you are the problem solver to a problem they didn't even know they had. I want you to open your eyes, open your mind, and provide that to them. Today, Michael and Emily, their quality of life is so much better. He's able to invite family for turkey dinners, prime rib dinners. He has 3 different barbecuers in the back. He recently got a Traeger, one of those like temperature control. Oh my God, the turkey he made, it was just, it was the best I've ever had. And I don't even like turkey. That is our job. And when you feel like that your job and what you do is invaluable, you would want to contact people as much as possible. You're going to make their lives better. Okay, so cultivate, nurture. I keep them all in the hot list because it's up to me to make them be in a hurry. They're not in a hurry because they don't see what they don't like anything they see right now. Monthly, what is this? Yeah, these are all touch systems. It's all the system that the tech allows you to do. So let's recap here some ahas. Um, I think you're all smart grown adults, but how has your thinking changed? What ideas or mindsets were new? What do you feel differently about? Anybody want to share? Unmute, participate, people. Or how will your behavior be different going forward?
Okay.
Go ahead, please.
No, you go ahead, Nicole.
No, please. I'd love to hear from you.
Okay. No, I was just going to say, for me, it was being a problem solver, that you were able to solve a problem for sometimes, your clients that they don't even know they have when they have a problem. And so I think that's big for me. It's just being more solution oriented when you have these conversations with
Right.
your contacts.
Yeah, that is our job. And the ladies that are here, they're mothers. Mothers are excellent problem solvers. Use that skill and talent that you have. All of these people are your children. Okay. So it's your job to provide the best for them. What else?
For me, what I thought about was the the concept of being a strong, active listener. And really, as you were sharing just your personal experiences, just really listening to the concerns or issues that are happening with your contacts, and to know that, when it's a good time to bring up about real estate business and possible how that you can help them, but to really be an active listener. So that was an aha for me.
One thing I also like reminding people, I don't know what your relationship or marital status is for everyone, but I think at some point you were all available for dating in the dating scene, men and women. Uh, the encounters with these potential clients is no different from the dating scene. Um, your job is to earn their trust and, like, you know, how do I conquer that girl's heart? As a guy, for example, I'm just going to give an example. All women are potential candidates. What can I do on a regular basis to win their heart? And you got to do things that seemingly will appear that you are going out of your way, and that's how they feel special. It's the same thing with these people, you can't expect people to give you real estate business just because we've been friends since high school and I'm in real estate. How come you never called me? It's like, you don't know, you have to earn that right. And in order to do that, you have to earn people's trust. So what are you doing on a regular basis in terms of building relationships with these people that make them feel special? So I really urge you to keep that in mind. It's the parallel in the dating world and the real estate. It's right there. All right. What else you got going on?
I just like how you brought to our attention to think really more outside of the box. I mean, of course, a lot of us are, but still, some of us are a little afraid to come out and really grow out. But I think with this worldwide pandemic, people are so open to you being open and everyone being creative. And a lot of people are ready to follow your lead if it makes sense that much more right now. So, just
Yeah,
continuing to stay activated and open and creative. I think it's just, we can't say that and be that enough right now.
um, yeah. It's the pandemic. Anything that happens, I think it's a reason to call people and connect with people.
And it is. And it is.
um, I like using. So here are some more ideas. I don't know how. I saw Max started to be a little more active on Facebook. Please continue. Um, Max announced he got a real estate license. A lot of his friends are like, "Oh my God, this is exciting! Great, good luck, man! You can crush it!" But bunch of people commented and liked. Now you have to continue with showing a little bit of stuff that you do in real estate to kind of showcase that you are actually doing something. Another thing is showcase who Max is. I'm sure you have friends that like you for who you are, and you want to constantly remind them that you are still around. And what I like doing is I like wine, champagne, and a lot of food, right? So that's what I post a lot of on Facebook. And every time I see people, it's like, oh my God, that steak looked amazing. I'm like, well, it just looked amazing. It was kind of eh. I was like, really? It's like, yeah, we went cheap and went to Sam's Club and we got picked up this $5 piece of meat. And but yeah, the photos look great. But you see, it's just topic of conversation, and you show up in their feed so that every time they see a piece of steak, they think of me. Every time they see a bottle of wine, they think of me. Every time they see a bicycle, they think of, Max. Every time they see like, gardening stuff, they think of Yolanda. You have to kind of brand yourself as something that people can recognize. Okay. Um, Anna goes for morning runs along the beach because she lives around here. Every time I see the beach and like, oh, okay, I'm thinking of Anna. So what are we doing? I think we're all interesting and fascinating people. It's just that you're not showcasing it. Don't be so shy. Um, here's another suggestion I have. The reservation that we have in approaching people also comes from the lack of confidence in the field of real estate. The more confident you get, the more sure you are you can provide excellent service to clients. When you know nothing about the contract, how comfortable are you guiding your clients? Because if you don't know what you're signing or asking them to sign, you're putting them in danger. So you better know everything about contract and study the contracts, study the process, understand, how many days for contingency do we have for this? When we sign this, what happens then? What happens to deposit money? What are things that we can request? What are things that we can't? Once you know with confidence all of these things, the more confident you are in dealing with these clients and talking to people. I guarantee you. I remember when I went to my first listing appointment, I had the listing up RLA, residential listing agreement, prepared. I read through it. Kind of half of it didn't really make sense. I was like, I hope they don't ask me about this clause because, yeah, just sign here. It's something says that you can't sue them. You have to go mediation and arbitration first. It's like, what if I want to sue them? It's like, well, I don't know. So it was really half-assed knowledge, and I went to the appointment, and of course, it was the first one ever. I never asked the questions, and the seller asked me, "Hey, do you, there's a house on the bluff in San Pedro. It was right on the water. Beautiful custom house, very unique." And you could tell he was really proud of that house because it was custom built and he had a lot to do with the building. He asked me, "Hey, do you guys put magazine ads?" As a new agent, I don't have the budget to any of that. And my quick answer was, well, I will if you'd like, because reality is the magazine ads don't really sell the house. I will be using that ad to, sell my brand and my name and my company name. But if you insist, I would gladly put an ad on the Diggs magazine or Beach Reporter or whatever. Of course, that's not what he wanted to hear. I should have asked, "Oh, magazine ads? Of course. Why? What's important about that to you?" Like ask more questions. And reality at the end of the day was he was so proud of his house. He wanted to see his house featured in a magazine. He could tell his friends that, "Oh, I have my house is for sale. Look at the photos." You know, it's silly, but that's how things are just important to different people. And if you're not asking the right questions, you don't know what's important to them. An easy question I usually ask is like, "Hey, so Debbie, thank you for the opportunity. I understand you want to sell your house quickly and move to Atlanta. Um, what are you looking for in an agent? I understand you're interviewing other agents. What's important to you? I mean, we all value different things. So tell me more." And then Debbie's gonna walk right into it. "Well, for me, you have to be trustworthy, you have to be punctual, this da, right? Well, I think everyone, any professional is able to provide that. It's just we don't know what's important to the client. So we focus on what we think is important to them. And we leave out what's important to the seller. So when you ask directly like that, they'll typically answer you. You know, it's how do I win with you? How does one lose with you? It's like, oh, I have a big pet peeve, and if you can't do this, then we're out. You know, that kind of stuff. They even tell you about stuff like that. So daily success habits, I suggest constantly question yourself, like question, how do I become good at this? Okay. I mean, really, you cannot provide an excellent customer service and experience if you are not good at this. Take pride. Look, if you want to make 100 grand a year, 500 grand a year, whatever money it is, that's a good amount of money. That's stuff that doctors get paid and they studied years and years and years. And you expect to get paid all that same money just studying for a few months and getting a license? Oh, please get real. There's a lot of learning you got to do, and there's got to be a desire um, that you want to become better. Are you guys familiar with the masterclass series? I see ads on Facebook. Steve Martin, the comedian, he's one of the masterclass instructors, how to be a better comedian. And he was saying, it's sad, all these new, hungry actors and comedians, they keep asking me, hey, so who should I hire for my headshot? Who should I, where should I put my ads, or what, stuff like that. And Steve Martin said, I wish more people ask me, how do I become good at this? Not enough people ask, how do I become good at this? So please. So let's see. Here are the goals for Ignite. 10 contacts added to your database per day. 10 conversations a day. 10 handwritten notes. And preview 10 homes a week. And when you do this, you'll be on fire. 10 conversations a day. Depending on what mindset you're in, that could be an impossibility, or it could be a walk in the park. I'm just calling 10 friends just to say hello. Boom, couple hours, I'm done. Or it's like, oh, I got a lead gen, and talk about real estate with people. 10 of them. Now it's dreadful. For example, let's say Nicole comes to one of our meetings and she says something, reminded us about prop this, prop that, where the seniors can take advantage of this or that, right? Let's say you get reminded of something new like that. You should quickly think of names and call them immediately. Aida, I just thought of you today. I had a meeting in my office and my title rep was reminding me of all these benefits that you have. So I thought of you and I called you. Do you think you benefit from this? Is that your scenario? It's just a little quick call, but all I know is that she's gonna love me because I thought of her. And she's this 80-year-old lady.
Which we have Title Tuesday each week, where we do drop these types of hints for you to go out with. So if you have nothing, come and see us on Title Tuesday, 1:00. And I'm sure other title reps have some other things for you to be there for, to get some of that timely information to take right out to your lead gen.
Yep. So this way you're providing value, you're showing that you care. And I think that's the best way to connect with people. Let's say after this class, I do a follow-up and I take a screenshot of all the participants here. And I'm going to, on a regular basis, hey, any questions you have about the class? Nope. Okay, cool. A week goes by. Hey, Yolanda, how many people did you add to the database? I mean, I'm taking the time out of my day to do that. I don't know if any of you would do the similar things to for other people, but you know that when you do, they feel that they are cared for. So provide that experience. And by the way, Please remember, there's a distinction between customer experience and customer service. Customer service is just getting the job done that you got paid to do. Customer experience is that extra mile where the client had the experience. Lenders come to me and say, "Hey, Ho, we do loans, da, 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 da. We close on time. We're great communicators." And in my mind, I'm thinking, "Yeah, you're supposed to close on time. What, you want a candy now? You're just doing what you're supposed to." And so don't tell people like, "Oh, I'm trustworthy, I'm honest, I'm ethical." Yeah, you're supposed to. I don't lie. Yeah, you're not supposed to. So don't boast about things like that. It doesn't work. Um, so basically, lead generate, uncover motivations, identify objections, close deals, speak in terms the customers understand, build confidence. Build your confidence and build the confidence that the client has in you. Now, scripts. Let's look at some scripts here. There's role play, script practice, um, real play, lead gen, calling with scripts, update context and follow up. These are the activities that we got to do. What time is it? 11 o'clock. So we have just shy of an hour now. I want to let's look at some scripts here. I don't know how do you guys feel about script in general? Tell me, talk to me.
Uh, if you're not smooth, Ho, to me, they can be rather robotic.
Of course,
It's
of
kind of
course.
like when you call the somebody trying to sell you. Perfect example. I called my cable company yesterday, and they're going through a script. Well, this doesn't work. Well, then we need to go here. I mean, it's you everybody knows what I'm talking, but you can hear the
Yeah,
person reading the script. Well, thank you, Mr. Tillman, and that's just wonderful for your input. Let's go and we'll do this. Oh, come on.
yeah.
It's robotic and it's not smooth and natural. And I think that if you don't, I don't really like scripts. That's basically what I'm trying to say. So
Okay,
maybe I'm wrong.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I mean, I think it's safe to think that most of you feel the same way, right?
I like the idea if you're new coming into an industry, and you don't know the language, there is a language, there is a
Okay.
code that is spoken. So for me, a script is good. You just get the boilerplate. It's the boilerplate, but you put your personality on it. So even though you just get the concept of understanding what is said, but
Mhm.
you put your own feel on it. You
Okay.
bring life to it with your personality.
All right. Um, we are very familiar with the Hollywood and the movies that are produced. Somebody writes the movie and the scripts. The actors have to memorize 2 hours worth of scripts for the movie. Not only they memorize, they internalize, and of course, the distinction between mediocre actors and the A-listers, that's where the difference is. Tom Hanks played Forrest Gump. Tom Hanks in real life sounds nothing like Forrest Gump. You see, Robin Williams and Jim Carrey, they're very close to real life, the way they talk, the way they act in the characters that they play in the movies. Don't you think? I think they're funny people, loud, and I think they're a good fit because it's more natural. Denzel Washington always has this badass look to him, and he's like soft spoken. Every time he speaks, and like you shut up and listen. That's how he is, though. But every time there's a script and it's something new to you, all of these actors equally went through work hard work where they had to memorize. And this is stuff that we never see anywhere. Always is the movie and them getting the Oscars. Okay. Don't you think they're with this pile of pages, studying, studying, studying? Okay. You see NFL players and NBA players in the final game, the big, big, big Showtime game. You know, they've been practicing year long, many, many years in the dark where we don't see. So, and when they don't, Richard, I agree with you. That's when they sound scripted. It's like, oh my God, you're so salesy. Now, hang on, right? So,
Exactly.
if you made it sound like it's what you meant to say, and it sounds genuine, and that comes from caring and knowing what you're talking about, it's really just a conversation. So I want you to read the scripts and study them
Mhm.
and just pick the points that oh, I think this is a good question. Or I'm going to ask my own way. I don't care what you do, just use the damn scripts because these topics work. Okay. So here, for example, new to real estate. Hello, this is Ho. How have you been? How's the family? Oh, are you still working at blah, blah? Yeah, da, da, da. And then the answer comes like, oh my God, that's awesome. You know, and so be like a regular conversation. Hey, are you still golfing these days? When was the last time you golfed? I haven't golfed in a while. Like, I know. Oh, da, 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 da. You know, hey, did you ever pursue with that new job that you wanted to apply for? You see, you could make all of these scripts, and I'm just reading them here, okay? But I'm just adding intonation, a little emotion, a little more acting of curiosity. So look, I'm calling to share that I'm now a real estate agent over at KW South Bay. And I thought it because I knew you'd be someone because you want to help me grow my business, right? Especially see you since you know my track record and commitment to doing the very best. So uh, it's easy to check what's for sale, what's the price on your street in your neighborhood. I can send you a text with the link. Does this sound good? I mean, as a homeowner, I think you want to be updated with what's going on in the market. And also, please allow me to offer a real estate update on your neighborhood. I'm building my business on people I know and the people they know. Okay, you're seeing the new to real estate script PDF screen, right? Yeah, you follow along? Okay. So here's a topic. You say hello, you talk about, I mean, you don't have to cover all of them because I think if depending on the person it is, if you, how's the family? Are you still working there? Are you still enjoying this? Did you ever pursue your dream? It's a little too much. Maybe just go with, hey, are you still surfing? How's everything? And then you just quickly move on to why you called. Okay. Look, here's the reason for my call. I just started real estate, and you know me, I provide the best possible to clients. And I have tools, I have apps, I have this and that I can share with you. Um, I hope it's okay, you know. And by the way, when I do share this with you, I'm hoping that you're gonna run into people that need a realtor and you're gonna share those with them. So I'm just announcing it's my press release kind of call. Hope everything is going well with you. So that was it. And he's like, "Oh my God, that's so exciting! Yeah, send it over." I mean, I know a lot of people, and I like you a lot, and of course I'll do anything I can to help you, right? So now this conversation could go very different if you barely know them. If you barely know them, maybe we use a different script. Okay, that's why you have a book full of scripts. So you have to at least familiarize yourself with what scripts are out there so that you know what to pick from. Um, what's another one? How's the family? Hey, how's your dog doing? Blah, blah. Um, what is this one? I like share exciting news with you. I've moved my real estate business over to Keller Williams Realty. Man, I'd like to share my free real estate app. So it's all about the app. I like to offer of real estate. It's the same thing. Same thing. Remind them you're in real estate. Hello, this is Ho. Do you have a moment? It's been a while. I'd like to apologize and not staying in touch. How you been? How's the family? Da da da. Hey, did you get any new camera equipment? Because I know you were taking some beautiful photos, and it looks like you got busy. Um, I don't know. Add something like that that applies to that person. I wanted to share a personal goal to help, 20 families this year to get into their home of their dreams. Um, so if you can think of anyone, uh, may I count on you to help me reach my goal? Actually, this is a very good script. This people want to help you. Everybody wants to help you, as long as it doesn't cost them money. This is the important part. Can you help me? Is it free? Yes, I can help you. um, and if it's a friend, you want to help them. So this is a good one for friends. And in bold, if you take in bold, one of the first scripts phone calls that we do is it goes like this. Hey, Debbie, I haven't seen you in a while. How's everything? Hey, just quick. I know you're busy. I'm taking this fantastic class and I just got into a competition. And for me to win, I need to get 10 referrals for people that want to either buy, sell, or invest in real estate that I could call today. Can you think of anyone? I really want to win this competition. And Debbie's going to say, well, not on top of my head, I can't think of anyone. I say, okay, great. Listen, you have my number, so I'll give you some time. Not if, because I know you know people. When you think of or run into people that need anything in real estate, will you call me? Right? I don't think, and you have to be an asshole to say no. Okay. So that's a great script. I need help. I'm calling you because I need help. And this is what you can do to help me. Thank you. Can I count on you? Thank you. Speak to you soon. Um, that's a good one. So always asking for help, but not in a needy way. So I'm just giving you examples of how these scripts should be used. It's just read through them, please. Read through them. Actually, I don't. Yeah.
So for the scripts, I guess I just want to make sure I'm hearing this correctly. For the scripts, you must be speaking live to an individual. So are these by not only phone, but could these always be direct message, or how do you do these scripts? Are these scripts like voice message? Like how do you do the scripts? Is it a live person always when you're speaking, when you're doing the scripts?
Optimally, this is a phone call.
Okay.
Face to face is difficult because unless you memorize this, you're not gonna walk around with a piece of paper and have a conversation with anyone.
Okay.
So over the phone, you have the scripts on your screen monitor here on your computer, and you don't have to read it. All you have bullet points, and it's a reminder of the topic of questions that you should ask. Just use it as a guide. Now, if you want to go the extra mile, read the entire thing and memorize the way you should be, and you'll get the Oscar award winning performance, and your paycheck will match the level of performance. And no.
Thank you.
Fair? And it's okay you don't practice. That's fine. But when you don't, just remember someone somewhere is practicing. And when you meet that opponent, you're going to lose. So if you're okay with that, that's none of my problem. It's on you. And I don't know how badly you want this career to work. I hope that you have a goal and you're determined, not half-assing. I was watching this comedian talk. He was like, "Hey, Dad, I don't want to be an attorney anymore. I want to be a comedian." It's like, "Oh, really?" "Yeah, so I want to go to acting school and comedy school." It's like, "Huh? So you want to quit your college now?" He's like, "Yeah." And the father said, "Okay, go for it, but I'll kill you if you half-ass it." So whatever you do, you got to go jump all in, right? So I would like to push you to jump all in and have faith that these scripts work because they do. By the way, in real estate, anything works, nothing doesn't. Hey, do these scripts work? Like, if you don't use it, it doesn't work. Right? Calling referrals. Also, I want you to be aware of the following. If you want listings or if you want buyers, I mean, I'll work both. I focus on listings. So my my calls don't evolve around saying things like, I wanted to share that I have a personal goal to help 10 families get into the home of their dreams this year. So it's buying, right? I just say, I wanted to help 10 families that are interested in selling, buying, or investing in real estate. It's a bigger, right? So I here when you say I want them to buy their dream home, then all you're focusing is on the buyer. So this friend that you're talking to, they may just equate you with home searching machine. You want to show them that you can handle everything. Oh, here's another episode that I had. I thought it was funny. I'm very close to this woman that does staging, home staging for properties. And she was kind of new to the area. And I said, you know, let's help each other out. I know I can help you by introducing you to the listing agents that I know that have a good amount of listings. So if you get to know them when they need staging, hopefully they'll contact you. And how are we going to do this? I'm going to take you along with me whenever I go see a broker preview, brokers open. There was a time there was a brokers open. I would introduce that person to all the different agents. I did that for maybe 3 consecutive weeks, 4 consecutive weeks. And one day she came to my office and she brought a little Starbucks card saying, thank you. That was great. I really appreciate your effort. I said, well, I'm glad you helped. I hope it becomes something. And we'll continue doing this on a regular basis whenever you have time. And then I thought that was the best moment to ask for referral. Say, so Wendy, I know now you know a lot of agents and realtors, but come on, tell me, who's your favorite realtor? And she said, of course you. You're my favorite realtor. And I said, good. That's what I wanted to hear. So it's safe to say that if and when you run into any friends, family, relatives that need a realtor, you'd call me, right? It's like, absolutely. I say, so Wendy, can you think of anyone that wants to buy or sell, invest in real estate? No, not really. Not nobody now. And then I said, well, rental properties even. The moment I say rental properties, oh my God, my mom has a condo in San Pedro and she's been talking and talking because she's tired of dealing with the landlords. So she's talking about selling. And by the way, I think the tenants moved out recently. And I'm like, Wendy, I just asked you, do you know anyone that wants to buy, sell, or invest in real estate? And you said no. And then when I throw the word rental, so that same afternoon, I went to meet her mom. The following day, I got the listing signed. Maybe a week or two later, after cleaning up and paints, we put it on the market and I sold it. So here's the thing. When you ask people for referral, who do you know that is thinking of buying, selling, investing in real estate? You mentioned all three. You take a pause because you can't just say buy, sell, invest in real estate. All that you're going to hear is real estate. You want to, it's like there's a cadence. Who do you know that wants to buy, sell, or invest in real estate? Like you have to, so that they register. Anybody in your church, work, in your hockey club, golf club, among your poker buddies, right? You have to remind them. Okay. Have you heard of that question? I ask this question to the sellers very often. So I see you're interested in selling. Yeah. So after you sell, where are you going to move to? Immediately. Well, I don't know yet. Oh, you don't know. If you did know, where would it be? Okay, now they're going to take a little moment to actually think about it before they answer. And so get in the habit of asking questions, and immediately most people say, I don't know. But get in the habit of, well, if you did know, what would it be? And use that in simple everyday conversation. Hey, Max, let's go dinner. Where do you want to go? So, I don't know. Well, if you did know, where would it be? Well, yesterday I had tacos because Taco Tuesday, I had some, I could go for some Chinese food. It's like, see, you do know. These are the little things that you learn from reading and studying scripts. So that's the importance of the scripts. Calling referrals, calling social media messages. Oh my God, social media. Who feels that privacy is really an issue? And come on, tell me. For privacy reasons, you don't post much, or like you care too much about what others think. Tell me.
I do. I prefer a business Facebook page rather than on my page that I use to keep in touch with my friends. That would be what I prefer.
Okay, that's your preference. All right, got it. I respect that. Yolanda, you're cracking up.
I'm cracking up because I actually have on Facebook, I have two. So I have the ones with my friends I'm a person of faith. So I have my faith family, and we share a lot of scriptures and things like that. But then I have the business one too. So for me, I split it and did the two.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I agree.
All right, that's fine. Anybody else? Any comments or feelings about social media in general?
A little bit too out there for me. Some of the things my friends post on my Facebook page, it's like, wow, really?
Uh-huh. Yeah. So, so here it is. I need you to think of social media as a tool. Simple as that. You have to be able to filter things out and not allow things to bother you. Let's say, Richard, for example, I've been your buddy for a long time, but it's election time now, and you're voting this way and I'm voting the other way, and you comment your opinion about this and that, and okay, we're still friends.
Have you been reading my Facebook page? Because it sounds like
because
it.
What I have a past client. I love them, man. They were such sweethearts to work with. First of all, they're cat lovers. She has like 8 or 9 cats in the house. Whatever. And then she's so heavy with sharing links, and she's a Trump hater. So everything she posts is just all of that stuff. Okay. And I only focus because I just I know she's a sweetheart. I know the husband is God. It's just they're good people. This political time right now is bringing out the worst in everybody. That's how I see it, and I just ignore that. And then when she posts like, "Oh, Dad is recovering. He's doing so much better," that's where I'll say, give a little heart or like. Man, thanks for the update. Glad to hear he's doing better. Please say hello to him. Because I'm invited to the dad's birthday party every now and then. So I know the dad. So this is a tool. Instead of calling them regularly, because I'm not that close to them, And because on social, she's on Facebook 24/7. And she's posting all that crap, right? So I know she's on there. And every time I say, Chris, happy birthday. Say hello to Ross. How's your dad doing? Oh, Ho, thank you so much. Good to hear from you. Thank you. Thank you. Talk to you soon. Like, okay. And then I saw them the house in Lomita, what, 4 years ago, 5 years ago? And then like 2, 3 years after they bought, Ross, the husband, he calls me out of the blues. Hey, Ross, my dad has a house in near Palo Alto area, which is way up there. Um, can you help? I'm like, oh, that's kind of far from my expertise, but I know the exact person you should be talking to. I'll have this agent call you. And I introduced to this top agent in the area. She's great. She did a great job. She even had the ABC News or like whatever choppers and news people to come out and cover the house. Um, it was a hillside house that was kind of about to slide down the house. That's why that was the house, and that's why the news media came. She did a great job. She got a good amount of money for the property. I got a referral check, but I use social media to remind these people that I know that I'm around and I care. So I like. Look, guys, liking people's post is free. It doesn't cost you a damn thing. Go out and like people's post. Is that too much to ask?
Not at all.
Okay, why so many people are so cheap with the likes? It's, and I think it's the ego. It's like, oh, if I like it, it's like I'm losing a battle. And it's like,
Right?
they
You're
follow
my fan.
Instagram, for example. Somebody follows me, I follow back. And then some people play the game. It's like, okay, now that you follow me, I'm gonna unfollow you because they want to have the follower number like this.
Silly.
Okay. I don't know what. That's not the game we play. We are genuine. We like people. We care for people. Follow people. My one of my clients that just sold in Torrance, she moved out to Yuma, and she opened a taco ceviche restaurant. Um, I say, how are things in Yuma now? Are you settled? They're like, oh my God, you have no idea. We decided to open this restaurant. And I'm like, are you kidding me? What's the name? Send me photos. And then I follow them on Instagram. I follow them on Facebook. I like photos. I comment. Because when you comment, that post comes up a little more and it shows a little more. Okay. I go on Yelp and put a review on there. I've never been there. Okay. But I'm going to put a review there. Don't you think she will like me? What are you doing on a regular basis that it seems like they'll give them the impression that you care about them? So I suggest be familiar with Facebook, be comfortable with sharing. Um, I think all you have to is to gain, nothing to lose really. Uh, Command connect, make your success list, complete the survey. Okay, I guess we'll just have to do this too. Where did it go? There we go. Share screen. Um, Scan this code and then do the survey for later. So basically, today's session is about looking for business and finding business and building your business. And business, I mean people. Um, I focus on sellers, so every time I meet new people, organically in a non-invasive way, I find out where they live. Um, like, yeah, like say, okay, here's the ways that I like. Let's say Nicole is throwing a party, and then I go to her house, and of course she has her friends, but I don't know who they are. But it's a party, so I'm gonna say hello to everybody. And my easiest opener question: Hi, nice to meet you. My name is Ho. Oh yeah, I'm blah blah. I'm James. He's like, oh cool. How do you know Nicole?
Yep.
Right? It's like, oh, we went to college together. Oh, we grew up together. We do this together. We go skating together. Whatever, right? It's like, oh really? Whereabouts do you live?
It's the
You know,
business meeting.
da. And then you take photos, group photos together. Hey, let's take a group photo. This is a good looking bunch of people. And then post on Facebook. And I'm going to tag Nicole. And I'm going to say, hey, Nicole, thanks for the invite. I had a great time. Man, your friends are a lot of fun. Hey, feel free to tag your friends. Okay. Now, Nicole is going to go and tag all of her friends. And now, of course, they're going to remember because her friends are going to remember me because we had a conversation. And then they're going to friend me back.
Yes. Yes. And my friends would do all of that, just so you all know.
So does that make sense?
Great.
So that's my suggestion and how I use Facebook. So in the beginning, I started with a Facebook account. I had 0 friends. I had no profile photo. Where's my other screen?
And Ho, with
Yeah.
what we're going through with the worldwide pandemic, this is how we do interface most off and get the answers. I wake up at 5 a.m., 4 and 5 a.m., and I research my sphere of influence to see, who's happy, who's sad, who's popping, who needs
Yes.
ignition, study it, and then go out and be community and drop love, drop insight, push and pull people where you can see they could use that help.
All right. So do you see my Facebook screen share?
Yes.
Okay. Let me look at my notification here quick. Okay. Lynn, John, Chris Woods. Okay. She's the one that posts all the share. Good for Ink. Prison Break. Octopus escapes aquarium through. Okay. She's talking about escaping aquarium. Trump organization questioning companies benefits from pandemic relief loans. Oh, such blatant thieves. Ugh. Okay. This is all she shares. Political stuff after political stuff. I just ignore. Cat stuff, okay, I'll like a little bit. Little comedy here and there. Okay, See, I don't think she works. She's on Facebook all day. Cats. So everything cats, politics. Um, she's really involved with donation and volunteering. So you have to know your clientele. See, there goes Trump again. Okay, that's Ross. Yeah. See, I liked already. So you see, this is what I do. On my feed, I post more lately on Instagram than Facebook. But I let my friends tag me. So I was over at Steve's house. I made them a cocktail. They posted a photo. I made another cocktail. They posted a photo and tagged me. I went to show a property and the listing agent tagged me. We went to dinner yakitori place and they tagged me. It's food, 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 food. Where do I talk about real estate here? Food, food. This was some time ago, Halloween. This is private. It didn't share.
It's relationship building and tending, really, when you
So
can't be face to face.
food. So lately, because all I do is food, and I don't really get to see properties because I don't. It's all the pandemic and stuff. So what ends up happening? People see all the food and wine and stuff like that. They think of me. So whatever it is, use whatever you are. When somebody. So let's say I run into Debbie Shulman Real Estate Group Facebook page. She posts all about, she may have like a photo of her, like headshot, but then it's going to be, check out my listing, houses for sale, here's how the market is doing, their interest rates are great, title tips, all kinds of stuff, right? Great information. As a consumer, the first thing I'm wondering is, well, this is all great, but who is Debbie Showman? Who is Yolanda, right? Who is this person? And so the personal page, I truly believe you want to open up a little bit for the public so they can really get to see who you are. Now, of course, you as a professional, the content should be heavily filtered. Don't show the stupid stuff that you do, because I think we all do stupid stuff. Um, Go back in your timeline and delete all the stupid stuff that you may have posted in the past and open it to the public. So people will see who you are. You know, for a while I was linked to like popping bottles, breaking bottles. This is a ginger beer. We got a bunch of likes. Okay, finally I have something that, and I didn't even post. Anderson Group posted, tagged me. So it's, you know, like if you go back in my photos, for example, I even have, okay, hold on. Photos. I have photo albums, and I created one called the Open House. So here, every time I see, as I'm touring properties, these are just ideas. I saw this old stove. I said, some retro in San Pedro Homes. Okay. Um, just ideas, whatever catches your attention, like some cool flooring. Um, there's like a wine cellar in somebody's house. It's like a beautiful view. This room is gross. It was packed with, oh my God, it looked like, I don't know, somebody died in here. So whatever I see that is interesting, any of the real estate stuff, I'll post. These typically provoke some thoughts or comments. Like this toilet seat is wall mounted. It's like I said, somehow this makes me nervous. I'm not a light person, and I really don't know if the backing behind the drywall is enough to hold the weight of me. So I just commented, okay? Um, Different things. So I suggest, you know, listing of the week. People have themes. The deal of the week, um, something like that. This guy had a Lamborghini in the garage. Backyards. So I want you to get creative and, you know, start posting up stuff more on social media. Oh, I uncovered some time ago. I uncovered one buyer. Um, I posted something on Instagram. It was a story. No, it was a post. He saw it, he liked it, and he tagged his wife. His wife doesn't follow me. I don't follow his wife. And so later in the afternoon, I call Neil. Hey, Neil, I saw you tag your wife. What are you doing? Remodel? What is? He's like, no, we've been thinking of selling our house and moving to Redondo Beach. It's like, oh, since when? Tell me more. Tell me more. I mean, I'm always looking out for properties. Tell me what you're looking for. And why is that? It's like, oh, well, you know where I live. The house is nice and big, but the neighborhood is just like, I want to be closer to the beach. I said, got it. So I'm looking, you know, they didn't buy yet, but eventually it will. Uh, I bought, I, he had to sell his mom's house in San Diego. I referred an agent to San Diego, a San Diego agent to her. She did a great job. Um, so as you can see, there's a lot of things that you want to get better at. I know I'm throwing a lot of info at you guys. I need you to focus and prioritize and learn. Be learning based. The more you learn, the more you can provide to your clients. Okay. And that, my friend, is being ethical. You would be unethical if you're not fitted or knowledgeable or skilled, and yet you are claiming that you are going to help your clients with real estate needs. That will be a lie. So I really push you guys to really get good at this. Constantly push to how to become better at this. Okay. Any questions? No questions. Comments? What are you gonna do different today? Something.
I find all of this very, very helpful. And I'm thinking about one particular friend of mine who is a renter who wants to purchase property. And so for me, my next thing is what should I be doing with her? She's been going on our site and looking at different homes. She hasn't been pre-qualified. So it's just looking at, this is my first time doing this. What should I be communicating and talking with her at this point? So yeah.
Um, First of all, you have to find out the buying power that they have. Oftentimes, I see buyers, they disappear and they ghost me. Not because they don't like me, it's really because they're not ready to buy. Either they have credit problems, either they don't have the down payment yet, they're waiting to pay down some debts they're keeping from them qualifying. It's financial reasons, it's buying power. Um, and your job is, because you don't really know what that is, your job is to just stay near them, because when they're ready, they will. You can just don't discount anyone. One of my best clients, he bought what, 3 properties with me already, all multifamily, duplex, triplex, fourplex. First time I met them, when they came to my open house, they looked raggedy. They got out of an old pickup truck. Uh, but I'm like, you never know. Maybe they're loaded, you know. So I engage in conversation, and they're like, I really appreciate they actually talk to me. No other agent like talking to us when we go visit open house. I'm like, well,
I have a quick question.
yeah.
Since we are new agent, for the sometimes buyer, call me and asking you some questions.
Mhm.
Do we need to send for them contract for being a agent for buyer? Is there any? What's the process actually? Right now I have a friend, she called me and she said that I'm going to pay, since I'm in construction industry and building a lot of condo and apartments overseas and here, and they called me, I'm gonna purchase this single family home in North Hollywood. How can I handle that one, since previously they called me just asking about the quality of homes. They called me and, hey, I'm gonna go with somebody. They were agent, and is it possible to come with me and provide for me that this is a good home or not?
Of course.
In aspect of structural, because the agents don't know about the structural. I'm
Sure.
familiar with it, but right now I became the agent.
Okay, so
and it became my job. How
so
can
this
I
person,
handle this situation?
this person trusts that you have that knowledge, right?
Right.
Okay, so offer as much value as possible in that sense, where you totally gain their trust. Okay, and then for contract purposes, there's something called the BRE, buyer. We call it buyer broker agreement, and all they're saying is that the buyer is going to be loyal to you. They're not going to be buying a property with the listing agent or anyone else.
Right.
You want to lock that in, and ask them, just quickly ask them, hey, here's the reality, man. Every good property that comes on the market, it sells quickly. So are you ready to buy? Do you have cash in hand right now? Or are you going to finance? It's a straight question. Okay. And see what they say. Um, and oftentimes the typical answer is like, oh yeah, I'm not pre-approved yet, but it's like I can get pre-approved quickly. That's no problem. It's like, no, I don't need you to be brokenhearted. We're gonna see houses that you fall in love with, and because you're one day late, you lose out. Let's take care of this. So there are many things that you gotta cover during this buyer consultation, and throughout the Ignite series, you're going to have dealing with buyers class.